What if I told you there is a way to save, grow, access, and protect your money all at the same time? And almost nobody in your circle is doing it. It's legal, it's centuries old, and it's quietly held by banks, billionaires, and corporations. And yet, the average hard-working family has no clue it even exists. Why? Because it was never designed to be taught in school. It was designed to be passed down. I'm Kingsley with KB&K Legacy Shield, and today we are pulling back the curtain on a strategy that has helped the wealthy stay wealthy for generations. You see, you don't need a trust fund. You don't need $1 million, but you do need to think differently. So let's talk about the cash value life insurance strategy that could change everything for your legacy. Look, we've all heard of life insurance, but the version most people know is term insurance, the kind that pays out if you die within a certain window. But what I want to talk about is a different breed. It's called cash value life insurance. And it's more than just protection. It's a liquid tax advantage opportunity funding wealth strategy. It is used by banks and corporations, not because they expect to die, but because they plan to thrive. And here's how it works. Part of your premium, of course, covers the death benefit, but another part, it grows inside your policy year after year, regardless of what the stock market is doing. Let's put it plain. Banks own life insurance, a lot of it. And according to the FFIEC, US banks collectively hold over $180 billion in something called bank-owned life insurance, BOLI, B-O-L-I. Why? Because it's classified as Tier 1 asset, meaning it's one of the safest, most trusted place for capital on their balance sheet. They don't just sell policies, they buy them. They use it to offset long-term liabilities, to fund executive pensions, and earn tax advantage, stable returns, while still keeping full access to their money. So here's the real question. If this strategy is good enough for JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, why haven't you been taught how to use it? Here's where things get really interesting. When your cash value grows, you can borrow against it without interrupting the growth. So essentially, you are growing your money while using your money. Imagine pulling out $20,000 to fund a down payment or pay off a debt or invest in your business. While that same $20,000 is still compounding interest behind the scene as if you never touched it. That's not magic. It's simple math. And it is why this strategy is called infinite banking, because when used correctly, the money can keep working in a loop for life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't this too expensive? Not when you realize you're not spending money, but merely redirecting it into a system that can grow tax deferred, that can be accessed tax free, and that can be passed down onto your family completely tax free. You might also be thinking, isn't this complicated? Sure, it is if you try to DIY it. That's why you need a professional. Someone who can design a policy that reflects your cash flow, your legacy goals, and your season of life. Because this is not a cookie cutter product, it's a custom wealth solution. And if you are putting money into 401ks, IRAs, or bank savings, then yes, you can afford this absolutely. The question is, can you afford not to have it? If you're like most of the families we serve, you're not trying to flex. You're simply trying to protect. Protect your income, protect your future, and perhaps most importantly, protect your children from starting over where you started. That's why at KB&K Legacy Shield, our mission is simple: to financially preserve and serve our community, one family at a time. You don't need to be wealthy to start this. But if you want to become wealthy and stay that way, then you need to build the right shield around what you are working so hard to earn. So this is just the beginning. In the next subsequent weeks, in the next subsequent episodes, we are going to break down exactly how to use your policy as a private family bank to eliminate debt, fund opportunity, and accelerate generational wealth. If you've been looking for a strategy that brings together growth, liquidity, protection, and legacy, this is it. So here's your next step. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. Download my free guide below in the description below. 5 ways to use life insurance like the wealthy. Put a comment. What part of this surprised you the most? And if you're really serious about building a shield around your legacy, book a free strategy call with me today. The link will be put in the description below as well. The truth is, you're not far off. You just need the right system designed for your life, your future, and your family. So let's build it together. And remember this, with all of your getting, get understanding. Have a great day.